Yo, this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. First and foremost, hit the honorableearners.com, grab that CMOS Gold. You can either get it in the paste form, look, see this? Where you take your scoops out, put it in the blender, or you can get it in your raw form, where you let it soak and you turn it into this yourself. I'm King Earner from the Honor Your Life campaign. Whatever you choose, you want it to go or you want it to soak. I also want you guys to head to Instagram and follow Naim, N-A-I-I-M. I'm going to have it on my Instagram already anyway, but make sure you get this undeniable wear. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's very undeniable, the way it fits, the way it grabs, the way it, you know what I mean? Everything with it gives me a whole honorable feel. Today I wanted to speak on Alpo, Azie, the whole paid in full thing, give y'all how I feel about it, and make sure that those of honor, those who carry the same opinion, those who carry the same mindset as I do, to have the strength to give it to the people worldwide, but really give the youngins the understanding and the outlook on why this movie is important for you to tune all the way in and get some understanding of what's going on around you before you actually put yourself in a position of going to the streets. Alpo was the one seeking for fame. Rich Porter already had the honor, the strength, and the fame. Azie, an individual seeking for his own honor, for his own strength, for his own of everything, to the point where the proof and the understanding of his selfishness is noticed. Rich Porter made sure continuously that his hustle was understood in the Harlem streets. He made sure of this. And everybody that knew Rich knew he was a hustler. Then you had this guy, Alpo, who pops up and gets in between what Rich Porter and Azie already have going on. And truth be told, honestly, it was when he arrived that the division began to separate. Yeah, we all know about the radio station shows when they proved that Azie and Rich Porter was not the best of friends, but yet, at a time, they had business together. The movie is pointed out to make Azie feel like he is the god of it all. But you have Alpo still alive, who feel as though he reigns supreme over Azie. You know why he feel he reigns supreme over Azie? Because Azie was soft and Azie done the same things that Alpo done, except he wasn't the one behind it. You see, you got to look into the story itself and see where Azie is playing the victim at. You got to look into it and give an understanding that Alpo and Rich was well known more than Azie when it come down to really getting gritty and grutty. You see, the goons protected Azie, but how many goons honestly can come forth and say that they would settle the rest of their life before Azie got a chance to even get out the game? See, because he was settled in. Although he talked of him being so brilliant, he spent a lot of his money. Mr. Brilliant. How can you go at the same speed and fall at the same time of guys who was really in it like Rich Porter? Huh? You see, everybody has up and downs in a game. At that time, Rich Porter was going through downslide when his little brother got kidnapped. So you got two other individuals that you say, I respect, I honor. If anything goes down, what I'm going to do is go through them. These are the ones are surrounding anything and everything that I have going on. But he didn't get that support. Had he got that support, we're talking about 3 millionaires from how they speak of it. I mean, these guys were supposed to be rich. So you mean to tell me between all three, no one could come up with that coin for that kid? Well, maybe Rich was really down, but I got Azie being all way on, although he had just got shot and dishonored. Yeah. See, anybody could have took a couple of dollars to get this kid out. But in the game, I want the youngest to understand that the money ain't always 100%. It's almost like living a 9 to 5 in these times. We got to make sure that our youth and the children get a look at this movie and say, they wanted to sell drugs. They got what the streets give, and guess what? I don't want that. I don't want that for my child. I don't want it for your child, and I don't want it for nobody else. But we can't teach them to become what Alpo became. Alpo became a rat. People give him the name of the notorious rat. I give him the name of him being a rat. Bottom line, he's a rat. And anything that socializes and honor him is a rat. So when I hear individuals always, I say he was a kitten. But in his time, he had enough heart to look Fritz in the eyes and tell Fritz, a dead man can't pay you. And no one didn't understand that Fritz knew that those 30 bricks were going to Alpo. He knew it. But he understood that the murder game couldn't be a part of the drug game. So what he done is he stepped out of the game like most of these kittens do. Because he's a kitten. Where's your manhood at? You know that this man, you just gave Rich 30 big ones to help get his little brother out. Mysteriously, he meets with Alpo, who's going through a downside at his time. If you listen to it, for real, they was going through downsides heavily. You hear me? And the game started to change. And that's why so much murder started happening, because when they speak on, they had to do what they had to do at that time to make sure things went well for them. They talking about giving money to women. They talking about throwing money your way. They talking about wearing the best of the best. And still in this time, dudes adhere to it. But you have good people that may have still be caught up in the web of the streets. My message today is to those people to look back at that paid in full story. Take a look at it. Look at the brilliant Bill Gates guy that was behind it, who went by the name of Rich Porter. I'm just being truthful. Just as rich as Bill Gates in character and honor, and probably more in education when it comes down to the streets. Then you have Alpo, the rat. The name fits him perfectly because he done this is about anything in the world to prove his what? His loyalty to these individuals. He couldn't prove his loyalty. You know why? Because his loyalty preceded him. He didn't know that it never was in his veins. So when he trying to be loyal to men and you know that you got the upper hand of knowing how to murder, your mindset grabs around everything and you feel like the murders are the things that in charge, that governs the money and the streets. And that's who he was. Then you got this slime bucket, the worst of kind, Azie Faison, the ignorant mutt who takes time to shoot a picture of me on top of people that look like they're the most strangest things or animals, trying to adhere me to the devil because I speak of good of Rich Porter and I don't speak of good of Alpo, the rat, along with who? That kitten, Azie Faison, whatever he calls himself. We got to get a grip to understanding what we're painting a picture of when you got guys like Azie speaking about how he's going to bring out another movie. Nah, why are you mad some of the truth came out and paid in full? Because I know Alpo is. He adheres to the fact that he snuck Rich Porter and he didn't get a chance to smack him. But word on the street is that Rich Porter grabbed him and smacked him and dishonored him. And that's what made him put the kill on him a lot more. He was a jealous, dishonorable, disloyal piece of crap to ever come around and adhere to the honor that Rich Porter had. He wished he was of the same honor as Rich Porter. He wished he could ride down the street and get those horns, those beeps of people honoring him, because everybody know that Rich Porter had the stage. Everybody know he was the one that was born, sworn into it, the authenticity. So when you hear about dudes talking about having an interview with Alpo, some of these mutts, their mindsets grasp that and they think that's the biggest thing that could have happened. Well, guess what? That's cool too. But me, King Erna, if I had ever wanted to do an interview, it would have been with the Honorable Rich Porter, the man who stood over top of all them dudes when it came down to strength in the mind, strength in muscle, and strength in learning how to get to a coin. They lost it. That's why they still not getting money. If Rich Porter was living to this day, he'd still be getting money from what his sister was saying when he started making up little things and how to sell the hash and telling them it was this and it was that. He already had it running through his veins. Alpo had to what? Wind up taking in order to survive and becoming a rat. Azie had to become the rat and a guy who hides behind his dollar in order to be who he was. Let's take all the money from all these individuals. The only one that'll stand on a sturdy foundation is Rich Porter. My honor, my love, my respect.